Well, this is the perfect time of year to talk about goal setting. You know, many of us are ramped up to start a new exercise program or save money or try something new in the new year. But oftentimes, by the end of February, we've long forgotten the goals we set so wide-eyed for ourselves at the beginning of the year. Jana Headrick, Director of Wellness of Inverness Village, is here to talk about setting goals that are consistent with your values and interests as you grow older. Well, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
This is something we hit on every end of January.
Absolutely.
But why should we use, as I said, our values and our character strengths to set goals? How do we do that and why?
Well, I think that people have very good intentions when they set their goals. You know, being healthier, wanting to save money, they're all good goals.
Sure.
And they're not unrealistic. But the foundation that we use to achieve those goals is usually what usually gets us in the basically quitting our goals by the end of February. So what we want to do is focus on not what's wrong with us, but what's right with us. And using those core strengths and values really makes setting those goals and achieving them a lot less foreign to us. Because think about it, when we start trying to reach those goals at the beginning of January, why we quit is we go back to what feels comfortable to us.
Well, sure.
And usually it's the opposite of what the goal that we've chosen for ourselves.
Well, right, but that's why you do the goal, because it's complete opposite of what's going on. So how do you figure out your core values, what you want, and what's specific to you and your character? Well, how do you get into that?
Well, that's a really good question, because usually when you ask someone what their strengths are, they look at you like a deer in the headlights. They're like, I'm really not sure what my strengths are. But when you start thinking about it and start thinking about the things that you do, your character strengths and the things that are fundamentally you, they bring you invigoration and joy. They don't drain you. It's like throwing an introvert into a room with 100 extroverts. They're exhausted by the end of the socialization. Also, too, they are you. They are you. You feel like, this is me, this is my most authentic self. And you have a drive or an inner motivation to do them over and over and over again.
And this isn't something that happens just when you're in your 20s or your 30s. This is something, and the goals may change, but people are still trying to find themselves as they get older, too.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is a good piece of advice that you can use for the rest of your life and at any point in your life, because we change as we get older. If you think about who you were when you were 25 versus who you are now, they're probably night and day. But who you are fundamentally hasn't changed, but you've been able to hone and hone those skills and those crafts and make. And also, too, there's that point of where you have that transcendence, where you become more of your own authentic self.
It's true. Maybe the same goals you had 20 years ago, but they've fine-tuned themselves, you know? And why is it important for us to have goals? And we do it every year. Why should we continue to set the goals? Why can't we go, everything's fine?
Well, self-betterment, there's always that issue. And also, too, as we get older, people think, oh, well, I'm retired. Well, we never retire from life. So there's always the opportunity for lifelong learning and purpose.
And it makes you so, like you said, feel most yourself. I love that. Thank you for joining us today, because there's going to be a seminar about all these great things at Life Senior Services. And that, of course, is at 5950 East 31st Street. The seminar is January 24th. It's from 2 to 3:30, and you can call for reservations. That number is right there, 918-664-9000, and it's extension 241.